What's going on here? Instigator Mick here, bringing you here tonight. Second round preview of both the Stanley Cup playoffs and the NBA playoffs, which is, they already started, but still, I'll give you a preview. I'll give you like who my picks are and all that. But yeah, lots to talk about for sure. The first round is in the books though for both both playoffs already. So we're down to 8 teams. Let's start with the NBA right away. Something a good move. My Boston Celtics last night got the winning game 1 the second round. Let's see who all moved on though. The round 1 concluded this past Sunday, though. See, the Knicks obviously moved on. They won in 6 games against the 76ers, so they're moving on. Yeah, they'll be facing the Pacers, which, of course, the Pacers ended up winning the series over Milwaukee. Then you have the Minnesota Timberwolves. I mean, they swept the Phoenix Suns in the first round. Now they got the Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets obviously beat the Lakers in 5. But these two are going at it right now in the series. It's already 2-0 Minnesota already. I mean, Minnesota, which is kind of surprising. It's the defending champs. That's the one I'm kind of surprised. So, I'm going to get my prediction on that. Yes. Before that series started, Timberwolves Nuggets, I was thinking of going with the Nuggets. Good God. I think the Nuggets will come back. But yeah, it's going to be tough playing in Minnesota because Timberwolves have yet to lose a playoff game this year. They swept the Suns. Imagine they swept the defending champs. They look dangerous. Anthony Edwards is having one hell of a playoff performance this year so far. Man, but he just cracked me up, especially when he gave the Phoenix Suns a suck it sign after they closed out that series. So, yep. So, you got those two. I still think the Nuggets will make a series. I'd say they'll still find a way to win the series. I think it'll end in 7. This series, it's 2-0, but the series ain't over yet. Who else moved on? In the Western Conference, the Mavs, they moved on. They beat the Clippers in 6 games, while the Thunder swept the Pelicans. I'll give my predictions on that one now. I still think the Mavericks can win. The Thunder, they may be the 1 seed, but they're the youngest 1 seed. I think they're inexperienced. I shouldn't say that. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is still good, but Luka Doncic, I think it's his time to get to another deep playoff run. I got to go with the Mavericks to win the second round over the Thunder. I really got to go with Luka Doncic in this one. I just have a feeling there'll at least be one seed knocked out, and that's going to be the Thunder. So Mavs will move on. Let's give you now the Eastern Conference now. Pacers and Knicks. Knicks lead at 1-0 so far in the series. I'd say Knicks. I'd say New York in 6. I think. I like to see the Knicks Celtics conference finals. That's what I really want to see. But it'd be a good matchup against the Pacers still too. But I would really like to see New York versus Boston. That'd be such a good series. For some reason, the top 2 seeds in the Eastern I like that matchup so bad. But obviously, who I'm going to make my next pick. The Celtics. I got Celtics in 4 over the Cavaliers. They already won last night. It's going to be a sweep. Cavaliers, they're decent, and they got Donovan Mitchell and all. They got Darius Garland. But honestly, the Celtics, they're just too much. There's too much for the Cavaliers to handle. They really are. That offense. Oh, what's up, Q? See you joined the chat there. But yeah, I like the Celtics for sure. They're going to sweep them. There's no doubt about that. Of course, their next game will be tomorrow. Celtics, game 2 will be tomorrow night in Boston. They will see it. Now let's get to the NH Stanley Cup playoff preview. Right, I can't believe we're already in round 2 for that as well. Down to 8 teams. What else? What all happened this past weekend? Teams that moved on. Let's see. Obviously, the Rangers, first team to move on to the second round. They swept the Washington Capitals. They swept them. And now they're already up 2-0 in the series against the Hurricanes, which we'll get in the Hurricanes next. Hurricanes won 5 games. I think I talked about last week, too. Yeah, they ended the Islanders season. Yeah, it may be 2-0, but I'm still sticking my pick in my bracket. I'm still taking the Hurricanes. They're down 2-0, but hey, the next 2 games on home ice. So I think Carolina will even the series out at 2 apiece. Right now it's 2-0, but I think Carolina will even it. Just don't count them out. They were close to winning last night in double overtime. They came up a little bit short. I wouldn't count Carolina. Jake Gensel has been such a good addition to the Carolina Hurricanes, especially at the trade deadline. So, yeah, I still like the Hurricanes, even if they're down 2-0. I still think they're not in trouble. I think they'll make it a series still. So, I like Carolina on that one. Another Eastern Conference one, the Bruins. Oh, my goodness. This is a pretty heated topic. Not for me, but, just I bet you, Quinn is not, my brother is not a fan of the Bruins now because he got a couple of college buddies that like the Maple Leafs. Yeah, the Bruins eliminated them in 7 games. I actually picked Toronto, but I was good in my bracket. That's the only error I had in the first round, I think. Was picking the Leafs. So yeah, so Bruins moved on. Panthers won 5 games over Tampa Bay. I mean, I'm still taking I'm taking the Panthers. I think Florida's this is a same as last year, kind of, but this time they're a lot different. They're really more experienced. They're on a mission this year. Especially after going to the finals last year, they're like, we want to get back there. So I like Florida in this series. I really think they can come back and win this one. They're down 1-0 right now. They lost game 1, but they're down 1-0 trailing in currently in the second period. But I still think Panthers can hang in there. I mean, this is a really good Panthers team. So don't count them out. Now let's move on to the Western Conference now. Let's move on to the Western Conference, how it's going. Colorado and Dallas. That series started last night. Colorado won game 1 in overtime, and that's who I picked in my bracket. I had Colorado over Dallas. So I'm going to still roll with the Avalanche. I think they will go to the conference finals. Dallas may be the best team in the Western Conference in the NHL, but I don't know. I like Colorado's got more speed. That's the thing. It's Cal McCarr, Nathan McKinnon, Mikko Rantanen. The list goes on and on of the studs they got. I mean, of course, they did add Casey Middlestat during the trade deadline. Yeah, former Sabre, now a Colorado Avalanche. I'll root for him. I'll still root for him. Since, he was one of my favorite Sabre players. I liked him for some reason. He's a Sabres player. And he generated a lot of offense when he was in Buffalo. I like seeing him do well in the playoffs. I like Colorado in that series. But let's move on to the big series. My Vancouver Canucks. Yes, I'm still a Sabres fan. Don't worry, I'm still a Sabres fan, but they're my second favorite. I'll root for them in the Sabres I'm playing. They moved on. They advanced. Of course, Dallas, obviously, they ended Vegas, though. What about that? That's the best part. Vegas eliminated, so is Toronto. I'm more happy about Jack Eichel getting eliminated. Oh, there you go. Panthers just tied it. I just saw on the TV. Panthers just tied it. No one. But yeah, Jack Eichel, enjoy being in Cancun. I can say that. I told you the Golden Knights would be a first-round exit. I told you. I told everyone Vegas would get knocked out. I mean, they were the most overrated team in the playoffs. I mean, this is a team that got swept by my Sabres. Lost multiple times to the Canucks. Canucks are actually good, but still, the Sabres, that's a team that missed the playoffs, so they got swept by them. Yeah, that was a fun one to be at, though, back in March, a couple months ago. When I was with Max. Yeah, taking his first NHL game. That was just a complete offense display by the Sabres, that game. I remember that. When I saw that game, I was like, Vegas looks like a one-and-done team in the playoffs. And, of course, this is a team that also lost 3 out of 4 to the Anaheim Ducks. And they're very bad. Anaheim's like one of the worst in the league. Ducks are terrible. And Vegas gets their ass kicked by them. So, I told you Vegas is going to be one and done. So eat a bag of dicks, Eichel, you big crybaby. Your team sucks. Keep pouting away. You thought, it's better than Vegas. You may have won a Stanley Cup last year. That'll be the only Stanley Cup you'll get to, because Sabres win more Stanley Cups than you ever will. That'll be the only Stanley Cup you'll ever get your hands on, is last year's. But all right, let's get back to the Canucks, though. They won in 6 games. They eliminated the Nashville Predators. Edmonton won 5 games over the LA Kings. I mean, this is the only 2 Canadian teams left in the Stanley Cup playoffs this year. So, yeah, those are the only 2 teams left. Vancouver, I mean, this is the team I picked to win the whole thing. I had them winning it all. So yeah, I can't have any errors in this one, or else my bracket would get busted. I got them and the Panthers in my Stanley Cup Finals. Tonight, I tell you one thing, Vancouver will win Game 1 tonight. Their third-string goalie has proved that he just doesn't look like a third-string goalie. He proves like he's one of the best. I mean, yes, maybe it could be a one-year wonder, but still, he looked good. Arthur Silvas has proven himself. He can be a top-tier goalie, possibly. Maybe I could be wrong, but he really just stepped up after our other 2 goalies got injured in the first round. So he really stepped up his game. A taller task for him against the likes of Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. Zach Hyman's had a good postseason. But yeah, Canucks will win it. I'd say this series will go in 7 games. I like the series going in 7. I like the Canucks winning the series. Very tall task. Connor McDavid, It's not going to go down without a fight. It's going to come down to goaltending. I think it's what it's really going to come down to in that series. Who is it better goaltending? Well, I mean, Skinner's Stuart Skinner's okay, but I don't know. Shieldus is looking a lot better than him, though. Stuart Skinner's allowed a lot of goals in his past. Postseasons I've seen. But I'll look at the standings right now in the brackets to see how I'm doing in this league I'm in. I mean, I'm not doing too bad. I mean, I did everything right except, like, I got most first-round games right except the Leafs and Bruins series. That was it. Everything else was perfect. So my bracket ain't busted yet. Both my teams I got in the Stanley Cup Finals are still in it. So, I don't know. Let's look who's all in this thing right now. This Jordan family bracket. I call it Western New York hockey. Currently in first place. Oh, it's Michael Mike. His profile name is Dick and Balls. It doesn't sound like it. It's just like it's a South Park reference. I don't know if you get South Park, but yeah, it's from like the last season, like the recent season. But it's a South Park reference, but he's in first place right now, leading the bracket. Right for your Uncle Mike. He's got Dallas winning the whole thing, and you got the Dallas Stars winning the Stanley Cup. Tied for second right now is Michael Chris. His profile is Duke Sucks. Along with tied with second with my cousin Nick. Yeah, so yeah, those two are tied for second place right now. What's going on?
You don't know shit about sports. Get up here.
Ah, you dick, man. What's going on?
Mickey J, what's going on? You excited to come back up to Weisman's after the show?
Oh yeah, watch the Canucks kick some ass tonight.
They're calling in Instigator Nick right now. All right, the TV's delayed, so I'm gonna go. But enjoy your show, man.
Hey, thanks for popping in, Max.
Of course.
Oh, that was a great moment. Making the show more entertaining. I love it. Let's see who else is in this thing. Yeah, so yeah, Uncle Chris and my cousin Nick are tied for second. Who's in fourth place? I'm wondering who's in fourth. It's gotta be Evan who's in it. Yeah, Evan's in fourth place. Yeah, my cousin Evan's in fourth place. He picked the New York Rangers to win it all. My cousin Nick's got the Edmonton Oilers as one of his to win the Stanley Cup. Florida Panthers has been a popular pick in this bracket to win the Stanley Cup. Uncle Chris and of course Jill, Dad's girlfriend Jill, is in fifth place right now in the bracket. She picked Florida. Of course, I'm in sixth. I'm not doing too good. I don't know why. It's just the points. Maybe it just I don't know. Here we go. Another call here. Hello.
Hello. Are you still live?
Yeah.
Hey, how are you feeling about this NFL season coming up?
Pretty excited about it. Not gonna lie. I mean, I can't wait to wait another week till the schedule comes out.
Here's one of the hot takes I have this year.
All right.
That the Chiefs will not have the first seed.
We'll see. I mean, I feel like it could be Baltimore. It could be the 1 seed, maybe.
You know who I have having the first seed?
Who you got?
I have the Texans.
Not bad. I mean, they did just get Stephon Diggs last month.
And don't forget Joe Mixon.
Yeah, that's another good pickup, too. At the running back position, that's a really good pickup for the Texans, too. So their offense is going to be stacked.
And how many primetime games do you see us having?
I'd say at least round 5. 5 primetime games for the Bills.
What 5? Like, can I give you what I think 5 of them will be? And what 5 of them you think will be?
I like to hear this.
I think the Jets is going to be a primetime game.
Definitely. Aaron Rodgers, no.
I think the Texans will be a primetime game.
Oh, you got it. I mean, it's Diggs against his old team. You got to have that. That's a good one, too.
And the Jaguars might be primetime.
Not bad.
The 49ers have to be.
Oh, it's got to be with those two teams.
And the Chiefs, too.
Yeah, I could see that. It's either going to be a primetime or maybe a 4:25 game on CBS.
Do you want me to help? Do you want me to buy your ticket for you for the Bills game?
I'll definitely look into it once the schedule release for next Wednesday. I can't believe it's now next Wednesday. So I'm gonna have a special show on that for next week when the schedule comes out.
Who do you see? Which one be?
Texans. I'll be honest with you.
What's your 5 primetime games for the Bills?
I'd say the Chiefs, 49ers, Texans,